Are you starting a new business and you'd like to design a logo, but you have no idea how to design a logo? You have no graphic design experience. You have no experience with anything of that sort, Photoshop, any kind of thing like that. Well, you are in luck, my friend, because today we are going to talk about logo design. Let's go. Okay, we're going to use my favorite and the most beginner-friendly graphic design tool that I've come across in all these years of looking on the internet, and this is called Canva. So what Canva is basically like, it's a online graphic design tool, and it has tons and tons and tons of features, and we're going to dive in. Let's go take a look. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to a web browser because it's all web-based, which is awesome. So we're going to go to joincanva.com, and we're going to click OK. Click enter, I mean. And if you don't have an account, it's free. It's free to sign up. So what you can do is you can click on sign up, and you can either continue with your Google account, Facebook account, or if you prefer to use a separate account for this, that's totally fine. No worries. You can do that too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to continue with Google and log into my account. And here we go. This is basically like the screen that you're going to see when you first sign in. You can choose exactly what you're going to be using Canva for. Here for this example, all we're going to do is we're going to say small business, because we want to build something for a business, just to give you guys an example of how this works. So we're going to skip this. We don't want to create a team. We're going to do this, skip this, and go. So when we get logged in here, the first thing you're going to see, and you're going to take a look here, is this is the dashboard. This is the main screen of Canva, and it's separated really nicely. It's very easy to use. The user interface is very simple. So what we have here is there's a couple of different options over here. So for you, basically gives you, Canva suggests ideas of what you might want to design. We're going to click on templates. And it has it separated into a ton of different sub templates. So it gives you things like popular topics, things you might like, inspired by your latest design, things that are trending. And these are just a sliver of what they have. You can keep scrolling, keep scrolling, and you can select whatever you would like. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to the very top search bar, and we're going to type in logo. So it gives you a bunch of different things that you can select as far as templates go. So, maybe you want a gaming logo, or maybe you want a clothing logo, or technology, or so forth. So we're just going to click on gaming logos right now. And these are everything here is royalty free. So you can use any of these templates. You can substitute in if you already have a design, or if you have something like an idea that you want to use, or you can feel free to use the design here. We can just scroll down. You can see all these are actually pretty cool, these gaming logos here. So if you don't like any of these, then what we can do is we can go back up, and we can go back to templates. And if you want to search again for logo, we'll just search logo itself. And we can either select one, or we can also create a blank logo, which is also cool because you can create it from scratch. So let's just pick one here just to give you guys an idea of how this works. So let's take a look. Which one looks good? Let's do, how about, let's see. How about we do this one? Okay, so once you have your logo selected, what it's going to do is you're going to see this little pop-up here, and you can either customize this template, which is what we're going to do. And it gives you certain options that you can do. It just lets you know that the logos are fully customizable. You can edit it and you can download it, which is pretty cool. And you can share and publish it anywhere. So if this is a logo that we want to use, let's click on customize this template. And what it's going to do is it's going to open up a new window for us, and it's going to size it. It said that it was 500 by 500 pixels. And now we can go in here and we can start editing this entire logo. So for example, the image is in the middle. So what we can do is we can change this however we want. It gives you the font right here that it's using, but you can click in here and we can type in whatever we want to type in. So type in the name of your brand, the name of your company, the name of your website, blog, and so forth. So this is really cool. So if this is too big, there's a couple different ways that we can make this smaller. The easiest way is to take this and you can stretch this out by pulling that. And anytime that you want to move text, you want to move an image, you hover over where the text is or where the image is. And if you see this little tiny kind of like crossbar, you can kind of move it. Just hold down your left mouse button and you can move it around to wherever you want. If you want to put it up here, put it down here. You don't have to have the logo exactly the same as you saw it when it started. So you can move it around if you say, okay, well, I don't really like that blue color. So what you can do is you can go up here and you can click on this little A for text color. And this is going to give you all of the text colors that is used in the logo. But if you don't like it, that's not a problem. What you can do is you can click down here and you can customize it however you like with a different color. Or what you can do is you can click on here, the eyedropper. So you can eyedrop the image and you can select a color here. Or if you have a specific color in mind, for example, we'll just use, white is pretty standard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gray, I don't know, I selected the wrong thing, but anyway, the point is you can type in a certain hex number and that'll allow you to use that color itself. So then over here you can also edit this image. So if you click on edit image, there's a bunch of different sub effects that you can use, which is really cool. So Smart Mockups would be, this would be an example of if you were trying to create some kind of brand material or, promo marketing image or that sort of thing. What you can do is you can actually click on the photo right here, this kind of template. And then what it'll do is it'll put the image into the actual design. And you can make this bigger, you can make this smaller, and it'll put the logo of the image actually in this little template. So we'll try this here. This is the next one where it's kind of an image of somebody on a computer and it inserts the image where the blue screen is. So that one's really neat. You can scroll down, you could see all kinds of desktops, laptops, that kind of thing, just how you want to customize it. So if we go back and we can go in here, we can select duotone. There's a bunch of different options here. If you don't like the color exactly, you can kind of tweak it. If you don't have a color in mind, you can actually come in here and you can kind of select how you like this to look. Also color mix. There's a bunch of different things that you can do with this, and the options are really limitless. It's endless what you can do. Pixelate. There's all kinds of different things you can do. So you may just have to go in here and just kind of fool around with it and see what you like, what looks the best to you. So you can back out, and if you decide that you didn't want to actually do that pixelate, you can hit the back right here, the back button, and what it'll do is it'll revert the changes that you made. So next up, what we can do is we're gonna go over here and let's say that I don't like this font. So let's change the font here. So if you click on the font up here, it'll give you a selection of the recommended fonts that people typically use, the most used fonts for this design. So if we click, all we have to do is click on the font itself and it'll change. So you'll see the font change over here on this side. So if we scroll down, there's endless and endless amounts of fonts too. So you can choose whatever you like, whatever looks good. If you guys see this little crown right here next to the font, that means that this font or template or whatever you're clicking on is for a pro user. So Canva Pro is the upgrade. It's more than the free account, but I believe it's like $119 a year, but it definitely is worth it. There's one particular tool that I like to use that is absolutely worth the entire cost of that for the entire year. And that's something called the background remover. And so say like, for example, you had something in the background here and you wanted to remove it. So all you have to do is you click on edit image. And we're going to go back here. Actually, this image doesn't have a background. So let's find something here that was uploaded recently. Let's see, import files. We'll find something here. Let's see. How about this? Okay. So we're gonna import this image real quick and we're gonna load this up. I just want to show you how this works in terms of removing the background, because this this part of Canva, like this option, this tool, to me is totally worth it, is worth having this, because it's so difficult these days to find something that is relatively easy to remove a background and does it well. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the image and we're going to click on edit image, and right here, this little button over here on the left hand side, this effect, click on background remover, and literally in 3 seconds it's going to remove the entire background, and it'll just leave a silhouette of the person taking the picture. So you'll be able to see it here live. And what it does is, let me remove this. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me try this again. Okay, so we're going to go to edit image, and then we're going to go to background remover, and there it is. So it removed the entire background, just leaving the silhouette of the girl in the picture with the camera. And what you can do now is, say like you want to keep that image. So we're just going to type in camera. So this is the area right here where you type in for the title of the picture. So we're going to type in camera, and then in order to save it, what we can do is we're going to click on share. And then there's a couple different things we can do, but usually the easiest way to share this is to click on download, and then you can select whatever file type you like. So typically the main two ones that I use that are pretty widespread for blogs or for just sharing on social media, PNG is going to be the highest quality. So PNG is good for something that you need really high resolution, such as like a Pinterest pin or some sort of big graphic that you want to stand out on the website. JPEG is good for something that it doesn't need to be as quite the focal point, but still it's going to be high quality. So what I do here is we can click on PNG, and it gives you the size right here in pixels. And this is pretty cool because it gives you the option, if you didn't remove the background, to actually make the background transparent. And once again, this is a Canva Pro feature, transparent background, also compressing the file to a lower quality. When you see that, it doesn't mean that it's going to compress it and it's going to be very pixelated and thing of that sort. It's really not that bad. It just compresses it down enough to where the file size is lower. And then we're going to click on download. And what it's going to do is it's going to go download to your, depending on if you're on a PC or Mac. If you're on a Mac, it's going to download to your downloads folder right here. And this is it. So we're just going to double click on this, and this is what the image looks like. So, I mean, it's JPEG, it's still super high quality. It's only 500 by 500 pixels. So I want to show you the difference between doing, actually this is PNG, I'm sorry, PNG file. So let me show you the difference between doing a JPEG. So we're just going to do -JPEG here, and then I'm going to click on share, and then click on download, and then we're going to click on JPEG and then download. So we'll go back here to our downloads and right here. So you can see the size. The file size is 21 kilobytes for JPEG, and it's 160 kilobytes for the PNG. So it's definitely significantly bigger, but it really depends on what the use case is for. So then you can go in here, and there's also a resize tool, which is really neat. So if you have an image and you want to resize it, this is something that you can do, and you don't have to worry about compromising the resolution when you resize. So what we can do is we can go here, say like we like this logo, we can hit resize, and you can literally type in whatever pixel amount you want. So say like you want 1,000 by 1,000 pixels. You can either do copy and resize, which means it's going to copy the file to a new file and make a copy of it, or you can just resize it. So I like to do copy and resize just because what it does is, since it makes the copy, in case I screw something up or I don't like it exactly, I still have a copy of the original, which is cool. So you can always go back. So there it is. So it made it 1,000 by 1,000. And then once again, you can go through and you can save it the same way. So you can click on download and select your file type, JPEG, PNG, or you could do PDFs if you want to do a PDF, if you're making like a brochure, a color brochure. And then all you got to do is click on download, and it's going to show up in your downloads file, wherever that is for you. So this is really fun. I mean, you could sit here and do this for hours. So hopefully this tool gives a little bit of guidance and direction, and you guys are able to get something out of this. If you did like this, you like this little tutorial, little step-by-step tutorial, if you'd like to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like this video, I would greatly appreciate the support. Um, we're going to do things like this very frequently and very often. Just go through and do some step-by-step tutorials and things that I know will help people out. And it's always better to see it visually, to be able to see things instead of just talking and having somebody try to explain it without actually showing it. So that's it for today's video. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you again. Hopefully you guys have a great day. And until next time, bye.